Debbie here, another dose of Dr. Debbie. So today I wanted to talk about trust. And if you have trust issues, I get it. The shattering of trust is so foundational. It rocks you to your core. It shatters your sense of safety and security. So if you're wondering, why is this affecting me so much? Why is it hitting me so hard? That's why. The very person, the very people who gave you that sense of safety and security could be the very ones to shatter it and take it away. It's devastating. And it leaves us with trust issues until we heal them. So now what so often happens is trust is shattered and we're so uncomfortable with that feeling and we just want it to go away. So we're like, ah, forget it. I'll just trust that person again. And we wonder why it backfires. And we wonder why we are like struggling with this whole idea of trust. So I have a 4-step trust rebuilding process. Of course, in the book, Trust Again, I go through it in much greater detail, but I wanted to share it with you because I think this would serve as a great, just something about getting started with trusting again. Ready? So it's 4 levels. When trust is shattered, a few things happen. Obviously, we don't trust the person who was lying, deceiving. We don't trust them, but we don't trust ourselves either because we're like, we're a right person. Why did I not see? How did I not know? How could this go on right under my nose? Right? We have all of these questions. And because it's so foundational, it shatters the very foundation. So it has to be rebuilt from the foundation. So the way to build trust with a rock solid foundation, you would need to start by rebuilding that very foundation. So it would be something as simple as, this would be the first level, something that you are so sure about, that you could be so sure about. I'm talking like, will the sun rise? And every morning you check, will the sun rise? I don't know. I don't believe it. And you go and you check, sure enough, there it is. Okay. I don't really believe it though. And you check again, sure enough, there it is. And you see it. So you do that enough times until you can feel really comfortable and confident in knowing, yes, the sun will rise. Now you have a foundation to stand on. From that space, you need to learn to trust in your wise inner guide, in your intuition, in your gut, because what happens is you get that gut feeling something doesn't feel right, but your mind talks you out of it. So we have to learn again to trust the gut. I had a mentor once who said, your gut's like 10,000 times more perceptive than your mind. But who do we listen to? The mind is this like unruly 10-year-old who's just making all kinds of demands, doesn't know better, but because it's carrying on, we listen. Our intuition will never speak to us that way. It's in the soft, gentle, one word, responses, that feeling, that knowing. We get that feeling or knowing, but we turn it down. We don't trust it. We don't listen, but we need to strengthen that again. So how do you do that? Well, you want to get a sense of what trust feels like for you. And it's different for everybody. So choose something that feels like trust and real and truth to you. 2 babies laughing, a dog wagging his or her tail. What is it for you? What does that feel like? The sun shining. What does trust feel like for you? How does it feel in your body? Open, expansive, loving, whatever it is. Remember that feeling because that's what trust feels like for you. On the other hand, what does a lack of trust feel like for you? What does deception feel like for you? Get that felt sense. Where do you feel that in your body? Does it feel tight? Does it feel closed, constricted? How does it feel? Think of D-Day, Discovery Day, whatever it is for you, where you felt that feeling of what a lack of trust feels like. How did it feel? That's what a lack of trust feels like for you. So now that you know what trust feels like, and you know what a lack of trust feels like, trust that. So when you're going about your day and you're speaking with someone, which feeling are you getting? Right? Now, when someone is telling the truth, everything is aligned. Right? The thoughts, behaviors, actions, the mannerisms, what they're saying, feeling, the energy being sent is all aligned, is all congruent. But you ever notice those people where they're saying something, but you're getting a very different energy? Maybe the words are okay, but the energy, the body language, the mannerisms don't match, right? It's incongruent. Or like someone's smiling, but their eyes aren't smiling. It's not like a Botox thing. It's like a weird, creepy thing. Trust it. Trust it. Everything needs to be congruent. So You know what trust feels like. You know what lack of trust feels like. So you're strengthening your wise inner guide right there. You're strengthening your intuition. So that would be the second level. So if you've strengthened the very foundation, so you know you have something to stand on, you strengthen your intuition, your wise inner guide. From there, you go to the third level of that, and that's rebuilding trust in yourself. And you need to rebuild trust in yourself because after the shattering of trust, after betrayal, you don't trust your own decisions. You don't trust your own judgment. You don't trust yourself. So you need to learn how to do that again. So to do that, you give yourself little tasks and little things to do, and you do it. I'm going to drink that glass of water, and then you do. I'm going to make that phone call, and then you do. I'm going to go to sleep 10 minutes earlier, and then you do. I'm going to work out today, and then you do. I will not call my ex, and then you don't. Whatever it is, right? And what you're learning and what you're teaching yourself is, my word is law. If I say something, I mean it. I trust myself. So when I say something, that's the rule. So think about it. Now you have a foundation to stand on. You trust your gut. You know what truth feels like. You know what a lack of truth feels like. You trust what your gut is telling you. Now you trust yourself. You could feel that sense of safety and security. It's almost like you have these invisible bodyguards, right? Only from that space do you now carefully and cautiously trust in others. Do you see how when you do it this way, you have a bit of a base, you have some safety and security around you. But what so often we do is we don't do those other three levels. We just want to go back to trusting that often the very person who hurt us. And we wonder why we don't feel safe. That's one of the reasons why. I look at trust like a brick wall, and that brick wall can take decades to build. The only way I know it can be built is brick by brick by brick. Every opportunity someone has to show that they're trustworthy represents a brick in that wall. And then in that one earth-shattering moment, series of moments, whatever, death by 1,000 cuts, many lies, whatever it is, the wall is completely taken down. So that's why people ask me, can trust be repaired? I don't think so. Can it be rebuilt? Yes, it can. But the only way it can be rebuilt is the same way it went up the first time, brick by brick by brick. So that's why it takes time. That's why trust is sacred and precious. And that's why we take such a hit when it's shattered. But here's what also happens. We just want to be okay with that person again because this feels so awkward or uncomfortable or whatever, that let's say the betrayer or the person who shattered trust, they broke that brick wall, and then we're the ones who are affected by it, and then we say, it's okay, I'll rebuild it. Right? What's that about? No, trust is a process. Trust is sacred. Trust, to build trust, it's intentional. To rebuild trust, that takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work on the person where the trust was shattered to be willing to allow for that other person, if they want to, if they're willing. You can look at the pile of bricks and say, I don't have the least bit of interest watching that thing get rebuilt, and walk away. If you want to stick around to watch that be rebuilt, you have to be willing, and the other person has to be a really good bricklayer with every opportunity showing that they're trustworthy. It represents one brick in the wall. So that's the 4-step trust rebuilding process. I go through it so much deeper in Trust Again, Overcoming Betrayal and Regaining Health, Confidence, and Happiness. And I thought I had the book with me, but if you want to just download a chapter, you can do that at thepbtinstitute.com/free gift, no spaces. thepbtinstitute.com/free gift. And what I'm going to do is give you a free chapter so you get a sense of what the book is like. And then if it resonates with you, you can always grab the book. And the whole idea in the book is I go into so much more detail of that 4-step trust rebuilding process, the 5 stages of betrayal to breakthrough with experiential activities, moving you through the 5 stages. You have all of my study participant stories in there. So this way you can see who you resonate with. My stories in there. And this way you see you're not alone. You're not crazy. You can heal from all of it. So if you're enjoying the show, I hope you are. Subscribe, rate, and review, and please tell anybody who could benefit to join us. So here we are, a dose of Dr. Debi as part of the From Betrayal to Breakthrough podcast. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.